She's doing her thing. Yeah. And then a brand new kitchen. She's washing some cloth, all for you, viewers. Yes, you! So subscribe for this dedication.
Cyanotypes are a fantastic way to create beautiful, unique images that stand out from traditional photographs. You may have seen them before or made one at school. I used to do a photography project with my Year 8s. They're the deep blue images that look almost like X-rays. What you might not know is that cyanotypes have a fascinating history and are incredibly easy to make at home. Cyanotypes were first invented in 1842 by an English scientist named Sir John Herschel. He was looking for a way to create inexpensive copies of his notes and diagrams and stumbled upon the cyanotype process. Herschel discovered that when a solution of iron compounds is exposed to UV light, it becomes a beautiful blue colour. He called the process blueprinting. The process of making a cyanotype hasn't changed much since Herschel's time. You start by mixing two chemicals together, ferric ammonium citrate and potassium ferricyanide. These chemicals create a light-sensitive solution that you can use to coat paper or fabric. Once the coated surface is dry, you can place any object you want to create an image on top of it. Anna Atkins is widely recognised as the first female photographer, and her work with cyanotypes was groundbreaking in the 19th century. She's best known for her book Photographs of British Algae, Cyanotype Impressions, which features over 400 cyanotype images of various types of seaweed. Atkins used cyanotypes as a way to accurately reproduce her botanical specimens, and her work has had a significant impact both on photography and on scientific illustration. When you expose the coated surface to UV light, the areas that are covered by your object will be shielded from the light and will remain white. The rest of the surface will turn blue. When your image has been exposed for the desired amount of time, you can rinse it away with water to stop the reaction and fix the image. Megan Riepenoff is an American artist who is best known for her work with cyanotypes. Her images often explore themes of a natural world and our relationship with it, and she uses the unpredictable nature of the cyanotype process to create abstract atmospheric images. Riepenoff's cyanotypes are created using a process she calls terraforming, which involves exposing the paper to the elements such as waves, rain or snow during the printing process. This creates unique, one-of-a-kind images that are imbued with the energy and unpredictability of the natural world. Her cyanotypes are a beautiful and haunting exploration of the natural world, and they remind us of the power and beauty of the elements that surround us. Nowadays, cyanotypes are used primarily for artistic purposes. They're a favourite of photographers and artists who are looking to create something a little bit different from traditional photographs. They are a great way to explore the intersection between science and art. Gohar Dashti is an Iranian photographer whose work often explores themes of conflict and displacement. In her series Today's Life and War, she uses cyanotypes to create haunting images of landscapes scarred by war. The deep blue tones of the cyanotypes add to the sense of melancholy and loss conveyed in the images. You can use just about anything to create an image, leaves, feathers, lace, to create intricate and unique patterns. You can also use negatives of photos to create cyanotypes. You can make a cyanotype of any photograph you want.
Oh, it's gone weird. Cool. Oh, love it.
Unlike traditional photography, you don't need a darkroom or expensive equipment. You can make cyanotypes in your backyard or on the kitchen table. As long as you have access to UV light, say, the sun, you can create beautiful images. Alex Marie is a French artist whose work often explores the themes of body and sexuality. In her series Facial Topographies, she uses cyanotypes to create images of body parts. The deep blue tones of the cyanotype create a sense of intimacy, and the use of body parts adds a layer of sensuality to the images. Cyanotypes are an incredible way to create beautiful, unique images that stand out from traditional photographs. Since the 19th century, they have been a popular artistic medium. With just a few basic supplies, you can create your own cyanotypes at home. So give it a try and discover your new favourite hobby. Joy Gregory is a British artist whose work often explores themes of identity and memory. In her series Her Story, she used cyanotypes to create images of women from various cultures and backgrounds. The cyanotypes give the images a timeless quality, emphasising the universal nature of the female experience.